Hi, I'm Curly Sue, and if this is the first time you're coming to my channel, welcome to my channel. Today I'm showing you how to make a vegan cake. My best performing video on this channel is how to make a vegan sponge cake, and thank you to everyone. It has over 250,000 views, and please, when you view, please subscribe to my channel and switch on that notification bell so you can see more videos just like this one. So the exact cake I'm making today is called Fresh Strawberry Victoria Cake. So it's basically a Victoria sponge cake made with fresh strawberries. So let's get on with showing you how to make this. So first of all, I'm going to tell you about the ingredients that you need for this. So all the ingredients are listed in the description below, and also put it in the comments below, a link so you can find all the measurements. But first of all, I'm just going to tell you what it is that's in it. So you're going to need self-raising flour, and then caster sugar. You can use golden caster sugar if you want, or if you haven't got caster sugar, all I would do is put regular sugar into a blender and whiz it for a moment, for a couple of, well, not even a minute, for about 10 to 20 seconds until it comes like fine powder, or yeah, and that should make it much easier to use in this recipe. So you need caster sugar, and you're going to need baking powder as well. 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and keeping it vegan, we need almond milk as well. All the measurements are in the description below, and sunflower oil as well. Now, if you haven't got sunflower oil, you can use vegetable oil or any oil that doesn't have a specific flavor. So you need a flavorless oil, because if you use an oil with flavor, it will make the cake will taste of that oil. So unless you like extra virgin olive oil strawberry cake, maybe not. Just make sure the oil is flavorless. And then you also need some good vanilla. Yes, so 2 tablespoons of vanilla. I think it was 2 teaspoons of baking powder, yeah, not 2 tablespoons, and 2 tablespoons of good vanilla. So just get the best variety that you can get. You're also going to need some fresh strawberries as well. I've got some here. And you're going to also need a little bit of strawberry jam. I'm using strawberry jam and strawberries because strawberries can be quite wet when you put them onto a cake. So the strawberries are going to be for decorating, and you put them on just before you're going to serve the cake. So that's all of the ingredients. It's quite simple, it's really easy to make. And if you make a vegan Victoria sponge cake, comment in the comment section below, what do you put in your Victoria sponge cake? And what vegan options do you put in? What do you swap it out for? So instead of egg, what do you use? Today, obviously, instead of egg, we're using oil instead of the egg to bind the whole cake together. So let's get on with making the cake. The first thing we need to do is grease 2 sandwich tins. So these are the tins. Now, the last time I made it, people said, oh, what's the measurement of the tin? You didn't say. Thank you for your feedback. So now I'm going to show you what they are. So the diameter of the tin is 8 inches, and the depth of the tin is about 1.5 inches. Yeah, so you could probably see it about there, 1.5 inches. And the diameter of the inside of the tin is about 8 inches, and then if you're measuring the outside as well, then it's 8.5. So first of all, you need 2 of those, and I'm just going to use some spray oil to grease the tin. So you just give it a quick spray. I like spray oil because it controls how much oil you're using and it's lowering calories as well. Try and keep the fat down. Okay, and that's it. We've greased our tins. And you just set those aside. Then you're going to preheat your oven to 180, 350 or gas mark 4. So that's 180 degrees Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit or gas mark 4. So then now all you need to do is get your bowl and you're going to add all of your dry ingredients. So you're going to add your flour. You can sift the flour if you want. I find it doesn't really make that big a difference, but if you want to, you can sift it depending on how long the flour's been hanging around. And you add your sugar and your baking powder. So what I usually do is stir the dry ingredients together. The reason for that is to make sure all of the ingredients get to each part of the cake, so it's evenly distributed. So you just give it a good stir until you're convinced that everything has been evenly distributed. So just until like that's it, until you can't see any lumps of any sort, and then you can't separate out the sugar from the flour. It looks all mixed in together. That's perfect. Right, then we're going to get our wet ingredients. So we get the almond milk, and then to the almond milk just add your oil, your vegetable oil, and also your vanilla. Just like that. It's starting to smell really nice. And then all you're going to do is make a little well in the middle of the dish, pour in the wet ingredients, and you're going to give it a stir until it's just combined. So you're not stirring it to make it light and fluffy, you're just enough so that it's just combined. So you need to kind of move quickly with this recipe because the raising agent, the baking powder, it will start to work, so you don't want it to work too quickly. So that's it, you give it a stir until it's just combined like that. So when you go like that, you don't see any lumps of dry flour. There's one there. Yeah, if you just give it a stir like that, that's all you need. And then now we're going to divide this mixture between the two baking tins. So you're going to have to eyeball it. So that's one. If you want to make it super even, you can just weigh the measurement bake-off style. But today we're good. We can just eyeball it for this. Alright. I think that one's full, so I'm going to put the rest in the other one. My mixing bowl is quite heavy, so I need to move quickly. There. The mixture tastes really nice. So all I do now is drop them on the surface like that to stop the raising agent working too quickly. And you see some little bubbles. So then you've got to pop those into the oven for now for about 20 to 25 minutes, or until when you put the skewer or toothpick in the middle, it comes out clean. So let's do that now. So I'm going to put my kitchen timer on for 25 minutes. And then we'll be back after 25 minutes to take the cakes out the oven, allow them to cool, and then we're going to decorate them. So the cakes have now been cooling for about 20 to 25 minutes. Now all I'm going to do is turn them out onto the wire cooling rack so they can cool completely. So I'm going to turn out this one first. So all you do, easiest way to do it, put the rack on top, flip it over, and ta-da! The cake is on the cooling rack. And then the same with the other one. And that. So now the cakes are completely cooled, which is perfect, because you don't want to decorate it while it's still warm because it will make the decorations melt. So what we're going to do first, we're going to put a little layer of jam. So you can start in the middle and spread outwards. So I'm using strawberry jam here, and you don't need a lot, really. You don't want to have too much because then it will be too sweet. So just enough to have a layer. Make sure you get right to the edges on it as well. There you go, like that. And you can use whichever jam you like. You can use cheap shop brand, or you can use a nice brand name. To be honest, doesn't really make too much of a difference, but whichever is your preference, that's fine. Yeah. You can have the ones with the strawberries in it, or the ones that have no bits. Either way, it's perfectly fine. There you go. So like that. So I'm just going to put a little bit more on this side so it comes right to the edge, because I like when you can see the jam at the sides as well. Makes it look nicer. There you go. Okay, and then on top of that, we're going to put some buttercream icing. If you would like to know how to make vegan buttercream icing, comment in the comment section below, and I promise you I'll make a video to show you how to do that. So you just start in the middle and spread outwards. If you want, you can leave the buttercream out. If you don't want to have buttercream, it still works fine, but if you want a nice decadent dessert, this is perfect. There you go, so that's that. So then we're going to put the other cake on top, and then we're going to decorate the top. Cracked a little bit, but it doesn't really matter too much because we're going to ice the top as well. Just get some more icing. So we just spread it out. So it can sometimes crack and so forth, but icing helps a multitude of errors. Going like that until it's spread out all the way over the top. And if there's any little cracks, make sure you cover those up as well. And that's the top. And this is great for any occasion that you like as well. Yep. You can give it a little swirl if you like. There you go. Right, now we're going to put the strawberries on top. Get a knife. decorate, you can chop the strawberry like that, just arrange like that. So you just take off the head, the green part of the strawberry, slice it in half that way and arrange nicely on your cake. And we're only going to do it on one half of the cake. Some of these strawberries I've got in here are huge. So the icing that you've got on it will hold the strawberries onto the cake. And if you, once you've washed the strawberries, make sure to kind of pat them dry a little bit so it doesn't make the cake soggy. See, it's starting to look really nice there. Do a couple more. I'll cut those leaves off because I'm going to use mint leaves to decorate. Just do one more. Yep, I've got one here. That one's not in the right shape. So just add strawberries here. And then now I'm going to get some mint leaves to add. Got some mint leaves here, so just arrange them nicely. And just slide it slightly under the strawberry. And if it's got a little bit of a stem, you can poke it in. See, it looks lovely like that. I think I'm going to get one more. And I think we are now done. So now we're going to cut a slice of the cake. So you can see what it looks like inside. Delicious. Very nice. It's light and fluffy with just a finished layer of jam and the buttercream as well, so it's not too much of it. And the strawberries are not super sweet, they're slightly tart, so that kind of cuts through the sugar as well, making it a dream to eat. Definitely gets a thumbs up. In my last one of my cake videos, lots of you commented and said you need to cut the cake so we can see it. I've cut the cake so you can see it. So I hope you enjoyed that. The cake is very nice, so I'm doing a I love cake dance. It's so good. Very nice. If you follow my recipe and make this cake, please tag me below. I'm on Instagram. Here's my Instagram. Post a pic or a video, tag me on Instagram. Love, love, love to see when people use my recipes to create their own. That would be amazing. Please, please do. Right, that's it.